Hi everybody, so happy to be back. Don't worry, every month's introduction will not be as long as last month. I just wanted to say hello and remind you all that I am doing that 11/11 special, so you get 2 cards for whatever focus you want. I write it as an email reading, and it's $11.11 to celebrate that we are over 11,000 people strong on my channel. It's such a gift. So if you go to the homepage of my website, everything is there for you to do that. Also, I am opening another Siren Squad support. If you go to my services and go to written services, that's an email assistance service that I'm offering starting. It started November 1st, and I'm also offering one for the 15th of December. I am also still looking for women of color to collaborate with on a jewelry and clothing front. Please only contact me if you have a fully functioning site and everything, because if people like the product that I'm wearing, I want them to be able to go find you and buy it. So if you don't have, a website or an Etsy store or anything like that, it's going to be hard for us to collaborate. I do have a brand that I'm working with in December, but I need people for next year. Also, if you feel comfortable commenting what I'm about to say below, if not, email me. In 2018, I would like to come and meet as many people in the US as I possibly can. I'm definitely looking to do an East Coast tour, potentially a West Coast tour as well. So if you can let me know where you guys are located and if you'd like for me to have an event in your city, please comment below where you are, especially if you're in the US. Okay, I can't do international yet, but that is a goal. So comment below, definitely East Coast, potentially West Coast. Let's see where you guys are, and I'll see what I can get conjured up for you all. And let's get into love. Alright, Libra. So, geez, all the signs I did today, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and you all have this vibe of like maybe there's a disappointment over children, whether it be over the lack of being able to conceive a child, or not seeing your children on the holidays, or whatever. And I don't usually feel that way about the pages, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting. Page of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. So, and what's interesting is on this Page of Cups figure, it wears a padlock on its heart. And in this Four of Cups, there's a drained, like lifeless heart on the floor. And essentially, in this Four of Cups, it's more somber, in my opinion, than the Rider-Waite Four of Cups. So, love has not passed you by, Libra. Your opportunity for marriage, your opportunity for a family, all those opportunities that you have been wanting, they have not passed you by, but you have to believe that. The Four of Cups talks about not wanting, right, what's coming in for you. Normally, it usually shows a figure, with its arms crossed and just wanting to be okay with what they have and not start anew. However, this feels to me like the party is over and you're a little upset about it. Okay, maybe some of you weren't ready for children or weren't ready for grandchildren, and it seems like kind of like, a lot of weight. For others of you, this feels like a very like stuck energy, like stuck feeling sorry for yourself, stuck feeling like nothing will ever change, a very pessimistic point of view. And then I cut the deck and I got the Knight of Cups. So as it relates to love, as it relates to spending time with your family or your loved ones on the holidays, receiving love into your life, waiting for your partner to make that offer, maybe, propose to you, or that person that you've been dating for a while, just wanting them to reach out. You need to be okay with you first, Libra. You need to be okay with the cup that you offer yourself. Look at this woman is like making a concoction. She understands that love is alchemy. And in order to really seize the richest, sweetest nectar from within the divine heart, you must take time to perfect the recipe, you know? So don't get down on yourself for not having the recipe down pat. Even if you're in the later stages of your life, you know, love will never pass us by. Okay? It just won't. But we also have to be open to it. The Four of Cups talks about not really being open. As you notice, he was bent over and kind of crunched down. So, wow, I got the Lovers with the Queen of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. So, you know, when it comes to making a decision about what's coming next in your life, especially as it relates to love, especially as it relates to partnership, you have to be practical and you have to understand and believe that you have the power to birth anything and reach forward and grasp anything and everything that you need. Okay? There's a vibe here of needing to be independent. But also interdependent, if that makes sense. We're going to ignore that Seven of Swords. We don't got time for that right now. All right, to your spread. All right, Libra. So interesting. Same as Gemini this month. You got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Now, I don't really pull that card very often. I was like really stressing that with Gemini. Overall energy this month is the Empress. Okay. So your motherhood, your ability to birth to life that which you require, being an infinite well of receptivity and creativity and just nurturing is very much in focus this month, Libra. And it's important to understand that if you don't know how to nourish and nurture yourself, even if you do already have children or if you're wanting children and it's not happening for you, you have to understand that, you know, children need so much from us. And if we're not able to already give ourselves the nourishment that we require, never mind our partner, how are we then going to offer that to a child? Because then we're going to give everything to the child, rightfully so, and then we really have nothing for ourselves. So if something's not unfolding for you, whether it be you're not able to draw in that romantic partner that you want or whatever, it all goes back to, are you tuned into your divine feminine? Now, most of my viewers are women, but for the men that are watching this, this is about you being in touch with your divine feminine as well and allowing things to flow to you and not always needing to go forward and seize and act and seize and act. Okay? Because the truest love is that which you give yourself in source. And then we find partners. And then we draw in healthy relationships, you know? So this is all about, I'm really feeling nourishment and nurturing this month. How are you nourishing yourself? How are you nurturing yourself, Libra? And how can you give yourself more? Whatever you crave from another, you need to see how you can give that to yourself. In the past, we have the Knight of Wands, clarified by the Chariot. Now, the Chariot card in this deck reminds me of a wedding party. Like, these three women look like bridesmaids. They're holding bouquets, and they're all in these, like, same dresses. They're just different colors. So some of you may have heard that your friend was getting married, and it made you feel some type of way. You know, obviously, we're happy for our friends, but sometimes it brings in, sometimes things that happen in other people's lives that are around us bring into focus our lack or what we didn't realize we lacked and wanted. Now, the Chariot obviously is movement, and combined with the Knight of Wands, it's like, this feels like a message of movement, like a message of potentially where you could be headed. Like, it's like, hey, I want to go in this direction. This could be an insight that you get quickly, or someone comes in and lets, like, again, an outside scenario lets you know, like, damn, like, I want to move forward in my life. I don't want to be stuck in the same place anymore. I want that true, infinite love that lasts a lifetime. You know, that's like the feeling that I'm getting here. Remember, the Chariot is not an easy transition. The Chariot requires us to be extremely mindful of all the baggage that we carry. Combined with the Knight of Wands, you may move forward quickly, but if you're not taking into consideration your shadow or those things that you haven't rectified about yourself yet, you're gonna kind of get caught off guard a little bit. Because the Knight of Wands, though he has good intentions, he runs out of steam very quickly. So yes, it's important to start to act on your plans for more, your plans for a more fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling life. This feels like deep future planning as well. Something you've been waiting for a long time. But be mindful that nothing happens overnight. And if you think it did change overnight, then I think that you're going to be, I don't want to say mistaken. This is a positive reading, but there's going to be more. Just know that you haven't handled it all yet. In the present, we have the King of Wands, clarified by the Moon. So it's almost like you graduate, right? You get this message, you're like, I don't want to continue living like this. I want more. I'm ready to move forward. Bang. You come into the present with the King of Wands. King of Wands is pointing to the sky. He's very confident. This could be a person, but this feels more like your energy, Libra. He's very confident in what is his. And he also knows that he's pointing to the sky. Faith and connection to source is the ultimate inspiration and the ultimate igniter of the divine fire. Now, with the Moon underlying this, I think that there's a chance here that you may be, and it's not even a negative way, but you may be disillusioned on what it is that you're really after and what it is that you're willing to, go after so confidently. Really be considerate. So again, going from the speed of this Knight of Wands, the King of Wands requires you to slow down because the Moon, this woman is peering into the water and she's seeing a skeleton. So similar to what I was saying here about you have to be mindful of your baggage, you come into the present and realize like, wow, okay, if I'm going to stand firmly and really command all that I deserve, I really need to know. I almost said that which goes bump in the night, which makes no sense, but there's that message. I really need to know my unconscious. I really need to be aware of how my unconscious and my subconscious motivates the moves that I make. So this is a deep peer into your darkness. And you may be getting messages through your dreams. And these could be intuitions that are very, very, very abstract. Okay, but they're revealing your most raw self to you. Those things that no one else could see but you or some like extreme psychic or medium. Okay? This is just what you're willing to stand your ground on, what you're willing to work hard for, what you're willing to go after confidently. Your motivation for that, what you yearn for, is all going to be exposed to you this month. It will take time and you will have to really key in your eye, use a keen eye to see all with the Moon here because the Moon, it's Pisces energy. It's not all going to be clear. Okay, it's not going to be clear. It's not going to be clear cut. It's not going to be logical. You're going to have to feel into this month, Libra. And there isn't even any air energy here. So if you're dealing with the King of Wands, I don't feel he's necessarily deceiving you, but there's more going on than you understand on a logical level. In the future, we have the World, clarified by the Knight of Cups. So, all right. So some of you, I think, are going to get the opportunity to move on emotionally, whether it be with the same partner or with a new partner. This is a new gateway of love, especially with the Knight of Cups combined with the World. And this woman is dressed as a bride. So for those of you that are looking for a more serious relationship, looking for a more like solid form of commitment, going, taking it up an octave from where you are, I definitely think that can come for you next year, especially if you're willing to do the work to really step into your divine feminine role and accept all that you deserve, okay? Because she knows her worth. The Empress knows her worth. She is not out here debating with fools about what she should get or what she shouldn't get. She just knows what she deserves. So you have to command that. Okay, the Knight of Cups is more marching forward into a new world. He's not like the Knight of Wands who just rushes off of whatever inspires him. The Knight of Cups is a little bit more dreamy, a little bit more emotionally intact. Okay, in the World obviously talks about how you can have it all, and you can have something brand new, something that is everything you've dreamed plus more. But you have to trust and you have to have your heart involved. Okay? That's another message I'm getting here is you can't not have your heart involved anymore. Your mind is not going to tell you anything. Again, there are no swords cards here. I'd said at the beginning of the year that the only way you'd survive this year is if you were willing to feel your way through. And you need to continue to do that to really wrap up 2017 in a strong way. Okay, I'm going to get additional clarity on this card down here. But, oh, that's 3 cards. We'll take them. All right, we got the 6 of Wands. We got the World again. In this deck, it's called the Universe. And the 8 of Crystals. So if you want to be victorious and again, march through a new beginning that really matters to you, that you've really earned, you know, you've earned it. If you want to be seen for all the shadow work you've put in, you need to put in a little bit more. 8 of Crystals. You need to work a little bit more to stay open. Because that new world is coming. But again, like the Chariot, the world doesn't just happen for you. It takes some effort. Leo also got the World. So if you have Leo energy in your chart or you're dealing with a Leo, I would check that out. But there is some huge, very auspicious ending that you have been working hard for. Something that you're very much like emotionally involved in. And it's coming. And everyone will celebrate you. And at the very least, you will feel celebrated. But it's all determined and indicated by whether or not you are really ready to step into your power and know your worth. Okay? Let's get you a vibrational alignment card. Thank you guys again for all your patience. I know these didn't come out in a timely manner. But I have been having to go through my own lessons as well. I know you guys can understand that. I can always enter my vibrational vortex of creation. The key to getting inside your vibrational vortex of creation, of experiencing the absolute absence of resistance, of achieving complete alignment with all that you have become and all that you desire, and of bringing to your physical experience everything that you desire, is being in the state of appreciation. And there is no more important object of attention to which you must flow your appreciation than to of self. So, like I was saying, if you don't love on you and appreciate yourself for all the hard work that you've done this year to really bring love in, this is a self-love over anything, okay? Self-love trumps all, and that is the key to the doorway of a manifested partnership love, okay? Love you guys so much, Libra. See you soon. Peace.